The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing...
Goes for a shot! And that was probably asking just too much.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
And it's Marcelo. Valverde gets a foot in here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Now it's Hazard. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Schneider. And Marcelo. Schneider. Can he get on the end of this? Vieira. Pull it. Looking for the run. Not the most accurate pass. And this is Cruyff. Vieira wins the duel this time. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Hazard. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
He's played it back. Played out wide. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Hazard, a player who needs no introduction. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And it's Nedved. He's looking wide. Zanetti. Zanetti got a long way forward to join the attack. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Triol spots it and intercepts. Hullet is onto it in a flash. Now it's Hullet. Nedved threads one in, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Hullet. Neither side yet able to find the net. Vieira. Ah, that's a fine interception. Milan are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. And looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Very nearly half an hour gone here. Showing good feet. And this is Cruyff. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And it's Hullet. Hullet, and Hullet! Goal! Portugal! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch.
Portugal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Schneider can so cleverly bypass the press. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, good spread. He's found a way past. And this is Cruyff.
Portugal can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Azar. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Yamal. Zanetti proves too strong. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Gabriel. Hakimi. Knocks it into space. Well read, nice interception. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Portugal coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Portugal are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Down to business again. Portugal currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Cruyff.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
No, again there's no way through. Hullet, always goal side. Oh, robust challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Mbappe. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. It's a good foot in there. Pepe, chance here to counter. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That's Nedved. Still just a single goal between the sides. Vieira has given away a free kick. Vieira has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. Portugal can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Número 25. Número 7. Número 3.
Baresi is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That is a crunching tackle.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Marcelo is one whose deliveries we all know about. Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he has been fouled there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Crossbar comes to the rescue. That was travelling. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Neatly clipped into space. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Marcelo. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Milan seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Mbappe, and here's the chance to counter. And it's Marcelo. And it's Yaya Toure. Bruno Fernandes. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That has not gone well. Turns back here, probably the best option. Nicely weighted ball. That has been cut short. Can he get it through? No, no way through. It's a searching pass. He's being urged to shoot. Portugal leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's intervened well there. He's shifted it to the flank. Bellingham. And here's Zanetti. Traumeri.
Portugal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Mbappe, never out of the action for very long. And he's there to make the challenge. Looking for options for movement. Tries to pass it through. Baresi gets over and intercepts. Bale. And the number on the board is 3. Yaya Toure. And the referee brings it to a close. Portugal have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, it made me smile.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We are just getting started. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is developing a massive reputation. The raw power, the speed, the ability to find the net in all sorts of ways. Sometimes you just wonder how you're going to stop him, and I think as a defender you'd be hard-pressed for answers.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Oh, that's a key interception.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Nicely weighted ball. Great ball if he can get there. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Puyol. Cannavaro. He's in a great position here. And it's Deco. And it's Salah. Looking for the run. He has a look up. Chouameni. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Puyol spots it and intercepts. No, that's been intercepted. Deco. Great vision. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That's Valverde. He is through here. That has ended up... Real chance! Goal! Portugal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Portugal have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus...
Goes for a shot! Oh, how good is he! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So they have it all to take the shot! Goal! Portugal! Into the lead once more. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Portugal with the lead. And it's Nedved. Zanetti. He's cut it out. Pullet. And the finish! And that's a sharp finish. They are purring, truly purring. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So the lead now... Oh, great leap! He will be livid with himself.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Now it's Bale. Now it's Pullet. And the through ball. Oh, shoot! There's the shot! And it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, for me, you can't fault the keeper there. The effort went in at the widest possible point off the upright. Nothing he could do.
Portugal visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
and things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you,
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.